The reason why I came on this morning is because I just wanted to come on for a little bit, talk about and uh, get this started right now because this breathtaking is happening around the NFL. And last night, I said back in week 6 that if Lamar beat Detroit with the schedule he had left, he would win the unanimous most valuable player in the NFL. Well, guess what? After last night, the way he performed, the way the Ravens performed, the Ravens are clearly the team to beat. Matter of fact, I'll say this right now: Baltimore, Cleveland, Miami, and the Bills will win the Super Bowl before any team in the NFC will win the Super Bowl. Speaking of that, good morning, gorgeous. Long time no see. You say what's up to you? Belated Merry Christmas to you and yours, Miss Linda Anderson. Appreciate that you came by, love. Wow, even gave me the big one. That's right, we wise. Hey, baby, how are you? It's nice to see you this morning, beautiful. Let me do this. Where is that? Where is this? Linda, I hope everything is well, my love. Long time no talk. You better tell the Pistons to get their act together. At least the Lions have a chance to win the Super Bowl. Okay, baby? Appreciate you pulling up, my love. If I don't see you, happy belated New Year, gorgeous. Wow, Linda Anderson, I am just blessed to have beauty in my room, in my chat room so early in the morning. Yeah, they're doing their fizzle. And I love them against the Cowboys on Saturday night. That's for you, love. I love them against the Cowboys Saturday night. I do. I love them against Dallas Saturday night. So you got your Lions. I think the Tigers going to be better. And the Red Wings are playing better. So you got to go in Detroit a little bit. Just got to get the Pistons back on straight. Because 26 straight losses, folks. If you haven't heard, Pistons set an all-time NBA record, 26 straight losses and going and counting. That is a horrible look for the NBA. Love you, Linda. Stick around if you want to. All right, Lamar Jackson, let's get to business, everybody. Lamar Jackson last night, back in the 90s, Linda knows this one I'm about to say. Back in the 90s, the rapper Jay-Z, true story, the knock on him before he became a gazillionaire was guys will set him up and just take his jewelry like he was a punk. Well, last night, Lamar Jackson went to San Francisco and vicked both Christian McCaffrey and Brock Purdy of the MVP and said, "This shit is mine." What a performance by the star child. Congratulations. He is the most valuable player. I said back in week 6 when they destroyed the Lions, I look at the Ravens schedule. Okay. Every team they've beaten is in the playoff chase. Think about what I just said. Seahawks, Rams, Niners, all in the NFC playoff chase. Okay. I think they beat the Buccaneers also. So that's four NFC teams they beat. Buccaneers in first place, Seahawks and Lions. I mean Seahawks and Rams are the 6 and 7 seeds in the playoffs right now, and they destroyed the Niners last night. There's only one other team in the N.F.L who beat the Ravens and the Niners, and you could say it backwards, the Browns. The Ravens beat the Browns and the 49ers. The Browns beat the Ravens and the 49ers. The 49ers are 0-2 against both. What you saw last night was complete annihilation by the Baltimore Ravens. Mike Florio made his statement last week, which I heard, and now Florio in about 15 minutes is going to have to eat shit this morning. Lamar personally called him out. And now look at the Ravens. I still think Cleveland can beat them. We're going to see if Miami can on Sunday. And this game has opened up as the Ravens -3. A field goal favorite over the Dolphins. I'm going to do that game up here. Okay. And that's going to be fun on Sunday. Thumbnail will be up tomorrow. I'm going to put all the thumbnails for all the shows we're doing this week. So it should be a fun afternoon up here. It should be fun. Real talk. So let's go over the stats of this game. And we'll begin with the victorious Baltimore Ravens. What a job last night. What a job. Aftermath later tonight. Lamar Jackson will be on the thumbnail. I may just do all Lamar Jackson on the thumbnail. He deserves it, what he did last night. You know what? I will do Lamar Jackson on the thumbnail. He'll be the cover boy of the Aftermath tonight. Okay, what a job. All right, let's do it. I love doing this. What a job by Lamar. Mm-mm. Jackson, 23 of 35, 252, 2 touchdowns. Gus Edwards had a big, decent game on the ground. And he threw touchdown passes to Nelson Aguilar. And Zay Flowers played great last night. All right, I don't have to do the 49ers. Brock Purdy played himself last night. McCaffrey had a monster game last night. Into the fourth quarter, when the Ravens started playing bully ball. Frisco's at Washington on Sunday. Ironically, they're like 40 miles apart. The Ravens will be back in the Ravens' nest on Sunday against the Dolphins for the number 1 seed. Now, they made some calculations, which I think is BS. The Dolphins have to win out to get the 1 seed. Isn't that some bullshit? Well, the Ravens, this wins the game. They win. They're probably because of 3 losses. Miami will have 5 losses, so I can understand that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I can understand that. So, but they'll play Sunday. We'll do the game up here, 1 o'clock Eastern. I'll be on the air at either 11:30. I think I'll be on the air at 11:35 because we're gonna do a lot on that game on Sunday. It's the main game. Tampa Bay, New Orleans for the division title. Detroit's at Dallas Saturday. We'll be in Arlington on Saturday to do that one. The Chief game means nothing to me now. So I'm just gonna chill, watch the Seahawks and the Steelers, and then I'll be up here around 7:20, and I'll bring you the end of the Seahawk game, the end of the Chief game, and then we'll get it going with Jordan Love trying to take his team closer to their first playoff berth. The Packers with him at the helm, and we'll do a lot of Jordan Love on Friday night. And we'll do the Packers and the Vikings. That'll be our night game up here. Love versus the Vikings. Vikings need that game too to stay in the playoff hunt, both at 7 and 8. So it'll be interesting on Sunday night with that game. But back to Lamar Jackson. He is everything you want, and I'm not a big Lamar fan. Am I? Thank you, love. Appreciate that. Wow, I'm awesome. I don't get told I'm awesome much by uh ladies, but I appreciate that. So, wow, very very nice for Miss Linda to say that. Uh, and I just came up here to talk about this great player because I tell you, Lamar put his money where his mouth is. I don't want to hear from the haters. And, I don't like Lamar. He's not my type of quarterback. I don't like Madden guys. But here, I got to give the brother his due, man, to go out there. And you're awesome too, Linda. Mwah. You're awesome too, love. You don't go out there much. What's up, Canes? You want to pull up? You can pull up. You don't get to see players like Lamar, what he did last night. That was, as I test will say, a gangster baller move, what Lamar did last night in San Francisco, folks. So was the Ravens. And as much as I enjoy the Niners swag, that was cool last night to see the Ravens in the fourth quarter of this game play bully ball on the Niners. Cleveland did the same thing. Just that Cleveland's game was closer. This was complete annihilation by Lamar and the Ravens, who to me, for the moment, is the best team in football. For the moment, because I still feel Cleveland is better. And we're going to find out about Miami on Sunday. You're right about that, Canes. He is proving that he was worth the money if you took the risk. Falcons. Just to name one team, Falcons. I think the one thing Lamar has matured into is a leader. He is really matured as a leader. I look at like in the NBA right now, Minnesota Timberwolves have the best record in the NBA. Now, what effed up Anthony Edwards is what's come out on him now. But Anthony Edwards on the court is playing like a megastar. And when you pay athletes the type of money they get paid, they should be playing like it. Edwards is doing that in the NBA. Well, in the NFL, it's Lamar Jackson. He's running less, throwing more, and the players now follow his lead. Kane says Dolphins made that mistake. Again, I think, I don't desire a quarterback like Tungala over, but the Dolphins, I believe, got their guy because he fits what they want to do. Now, Tua, okay, Tua got to win a playoff game or two. That's what he got to do. Within this year, next year, he got to win something. And there's a reason why Chris Greer put that $23.5 million option he gave him back in January. There's a reason why he did that. Chris Greer is not stupid. But back to Lamar, what a performance last night. Now I'm going to do the other side. On the other side, 49ers are sore losers. You saw that last night at the end of the game when they really didn't want to shake the Ravens' hand because the Ravens went out there and beat their ass. 49ers, and I saw this last night, that body language with Brock Purdy and his teammates. And I hate to say this, but I'm going to come out and say it. It looks to me, and you saw this last night, it looked to me like players on that team was really rolling their eyes at him because they believe, and they have every right to believe this, the 49ers, they are carrying him, which you saw last night. They really are carrying him. That was exposed last night. I love my Falcons. I love my Lions. If my good buddy Arthur Smith don't make the playoffs, sweetheart, you're going to get a new coach in Atlanta. That Atlanta situation's a joke. Let's see them try and get Justin Fields, a hometown kid from the Bears. We'll give them to Easter and see if they can get Justin Fields. If not, all of them are on the clock in Atlanta. As for Detroit, I think Detroit got their moxie back, and I love Detroit Saturday night in Dallas. I do. I think the Cowboys are very woozy. They're very whiny. And I'm going to get to that with all the whining that the Cowboys did after that game Sunday. And you got to give the Dolphins credit, folks. I mean, if you watch that entire game, that game was a street fight. Now, I know why Miami's not getting any love. I know why. Because Dallas held them to 5 field goals. And it's the old, you couldn't get into the end zone. What happened to the Tua throwing for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, and that didn't happen? I'm going to say this for the record. When Tungala overplays against the bad teams, he's going to show out. But when he plays against good defenses, and Dallas got a damn good defense to lose the game on a last-second field goal, and you held the Dolphins to 5 field goals, a win is a win, okay? And Miami held their own. Miami got the ball last. They drove down the field. Jeff Wilson and Tua led them down the field. Tyreek Hill had the big play on 3rd and 7, and he got the first down and more. And Miami earned that victory. Me and Mr. Miami last night, shout out to Mr. Miami. Oh, it is. It will be. Trust me. You saw the way John Harbaugh and the Ravens were celebrating on that sideline last night. There's no team John Harbaugh hates more than the Dolphins. Why? They hired Tony Sparano instead of him or Mike Tomlin. They hired Sparano over him And the year before, they hired Cam Cameron over Mike Tomlin. That's all. That's all you need to know. Why this Dolphin franchise is so inept is they do stupid shit like that, and you wonder why I am the biggest Jordan Love fan on the planet. I'm not afraid to admit it. It's because the dumb shit over and over and over again by the Dolphin organization. But guess what, folks? Dolphins slowly but surely is getting that disease out of their system. And if they win Sunday, folks, hey, they win Sunday. Um, wow, wow. The Dolphins are changing their narrative slowly but surely. Now, I wouldn't get all excited beating the Cowboys. You gotta win Sunday. You win Sunday, then everybody. I love football. Is broad and brawn. Mwah. Damn right, girl. Football saved my life. It really did. It's a long story. I'm not gonna bore you with it. But Miss Linda is right. Football is the game in this country. The rest of the world can have that soccer game, football as they call it. Fine, have it. I'm American. I live here. I watch the N.F.L. For me, it's the shield. It's not a white ball with black dots all over it. It's a brown ball, and it's called the Duke. Okay, that's what it's called, the Duke. All right, that's America's game right there. Football. Football. Exclamation points. Not Futbol. All right, that's bullshit. All right, football is America's game. Okay, all right, set the record straight there. Exactly. What Kansas said, he's on point. Dolphins like image. If you don't fit their image, they're not going to bother with you. That is absolutely true. The, you have to have good character, and if you don't, you're not going to be there long. Trust me. But let me get back to the 49ers. They got their ass whooped last night for the world to see. That score was what, 33-12? And they scored in garbage time, and they tried to score again, and Sam Donald threw the interception that ended it. San Francisco, to me, is the bully team. But if you punch them in the face a couple of times, they wither. And now, let me see these 49er fans talk about that it's a 49er party and all this. So you guys going to travel to Baltimore, Maryland next year to play the Ravens? I believe they play the Ravens again. Yeah, next year will be. Let me see. Oh, it's going to be in San Francisco. So San Francisco, you'll get your rematch next year. You against the Ravens next year. All right. But again, I didn't like the body language of the 49er players towards Brock Purdy last night. I didn't like it at all. And to me, that's very alarming. That's very alarming. Now, the Niners may get out of the NFC, but I'm going to say it again, they won't beat Cleveland. They won't beat Baltimore. They won't beat Miami. And they won't beat Buffalo. They play one of those four teams, they're not winning the Super Bowl. No NFC team is winning the Super Bowl. The Ravens stuck that fork last night. And the way the Browns are playing, okay, you're talking about two heavyweights right there. And don't worry, they'll beat Dallas. They'll beat Philly, and I'll give Detroit and the 49ers a puncher's chance. Dallas and Philly, they're not winning. You kiss that goodbye. Tyler Van Dyke will fit the Dolphins. We know why. Nah, they don't want a mental midget at quarterback. They don't want a mental midget like Tyler Van Dyke. Dolphins are going to go for a good guy like a Michael Penix type. Michael Penix, not even in the top 10 of the draft. It's amazing all of a sudden in the N.F.L. draft rumblings that this Jaden, I think his name is Jaden Daniels. That's the young man who won the Heisman. They got him with the Redskins all over it. And I could see Magic Johnson pulling that bullet. Redskins have solidified their draft position because they're going against a very angry San Francisco team this week who needs the game. But then they're going to play the Cowboys, who's going to need the game. So Washington will finish 4-13. They'll draft anywhere between 2 and 4. Patriots winning on Sunday night. Patriot fans was angry about that. They're dropping in the draft. They wanted Marvin Harrison. I doubt that's going to happen now. Giants got 5 wins. They're going to try to get Marvin Harrison. The Bears are in the driver's seat. You know, they're in the driver's seat. They're going to get. They're going to have a decision to make. Because I said back in March in here, give me a second. Yeah, like I was saying, the 313 Detroit, we going for that bag. Okay. Linda's a big Lions and Falcons fan. She said the Lions are going for the Super Bowl. Okay. Lions, I think the Lions hit low. And I think now the Lions got their feet back together at the right time because this is the time he's supposed to be peaking. Like I see, for example, Cleveland is peaking right now. They're peaking. And whoever's the AFC South, God help you that Cleveland's coming to town for playoff. That will be the first game, by the way. I guess ESPN gets the worst game. That will be the ESPN ABC game, will be Cleveland at the winner of the AFC South. Nobody wants to see that. The loser of the Ravens and the Dolphins, you got to see who finishes 7. The Chiefs are not going to catch Miami or what you call it. So the Chiefs would be the 3. So you're looking at CBS. They will jump on Buffalo at Kansas City. They'll jump on that. They'll jump all over that. It'll be Buffalo and Kansas City. The 3-6. The question is, who is the 7? Is it Indianapolis? Is it Indianapolis won at Baltimore this year? Okay, Garner Minshew went to Baltimore and beat them. Who's going to be the 7 to play the loser of Miami and the Ravens? I don't give no team at 7 to go into Miami or go into Baltimore and beat them. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. Those teams, whoever finished 7, you're not going to beat Miami or the Ravens on the road. You're not. I am not a Seminoles fan. Cut that out. I am not a Seminoles fan. When it comes to money, yeah, I like the Seminoles this year. They made me look good. This shit. Seminoles, Jacksonville State, betting Dion to lose. They made me hold my money. I really gotta send Jacksonville State something. I'm gonna leave the Seminoles alone because that program right now is in serious turmoil. And I told everybody since late October that these committee guys, they did not like Florida State at all. And I'll never forget the first take episode when the young boy got hurt and Paul Feinbaum, if he can do the little angel dance like these little girls do, the little ballerina girls, they're 4 or 5 years old. You go see them in their recital, and your significant other is crying, the father is holding back the tears, but he's there taking the pictures. That was Paul Feinbaum when Jordan Travis got hurt. And Stephen A called him out on it. Stephen A said, "You sound like you happy the kid got hurt." He sure was happy because he's one of those who didn't want Florida State in the playoffs. I remember a few weeks ago, I had Platinum and Bargoff totally like dismissing what I've been saying. And don't worry, when Bargoff comes back here, I will rip him. Okay, I'll rip him. I told everybody the Tuesday of the Heisman that the kid from Jaden Daniels was going to win. He was going to win it, and people thought I was nuts. And I said he's going to win. And when he won the Davey O'Brien Award, the Quarterback of the Year award, I said if you win that, you win the Heisman. Jaden Daniels won the Heisman. And I've seen Jaden Daniels play. There's some of him I do like a lot, and there's others. Like I'll give you an example what Jaden Daniels is. Okay, Jaden Daniels for Washington is the type of quarterback that if you don't have a physical defense, like if you don't have a front seven, he's gonna tear you an a-hole. But if you have a front seven, like Florida State, you can bust him in the mouth. And the reason why he went under the radar, Travis went under the radar. I mean, Travis, that's what I'm saying. Uh, Daniels went under the radar because he had 3 or 4 losses. And they gave it to him, and I know why he won the Heisman. And I keep saying it. And he's going to go very high in the draft because of his makeup, his character. He sounds like he's 10 years old. He's one of these young boys back. I'm going to call him a young boy. He's one of these young boys that he's under mommy and daddy's supervision, which means he's a good kid. You know, he's a kid who said that he don't know what a nightclub is. That's excellent. I like young men like that. That means his head is on straight. He's about to make gazillions of dollars for the next 15 years of his life. Okay? Back to Lamar Jackson because he is the story today. And that's why I came on the air early this month. I want to give him the morning. He is your MVP. He is your unanimous MVP. No more Brock Purdy. No more Christian McCaffrey. They put up the odds this morning for the MVP. And Lamar is going to win it by a landslide. It's over. The MVP race, MVP's Miami is over. You can just check it off. And I predicted that back in October when they destroyed the Lions. I looked at the Ravens schedule. No team in the N.F.L has played the Baltimore Ravens schedule. No team has played their schedule. The only team with a losing record is Tennessee. Okay. Now let me add fuel to this fire. Okay, let me add fuel to this fire. Harbaugh didn't get the Dolphins coaching job in '08. They gave it to Tony Sparano. Tomlin didn't give it in '07. They gave it to Kid Cameron. The reason? Dolphins like who they like. That's where they're inept. John Harbaugh to this day can't stand the Dolphins. He hates the Dolphins. He has no respect for the Dolphins. And trust me, he will coach that team up on Thursday into a frenzy for this game. You think not? You think those players didn't forget Tua threw 6 touchdowns on them, including 4 in the second half? You don't think they remember that? You damn right they did. And for Miami, this is another game. Bet the Dolphins. What got shot down, sweetheart? GWH got shot down. Okay. Say good morning to you, Norma, in a second. Welcome to the platform. So this game Sunday, Miami has a lot to prove. Say hello to Norma. Welcome to the platform, sweetheart. I do not know what that means. Let's see. I don't. First time I seen this lady, so in the chat. So let me give her one of my favorite. There you go. All right, Norma Cheryl Washington in the building. Yeah, Tony Manzano hit it right on the nose. There you go. Tony, and I said this a few minutes ago, Manzano just hit it on the nose. Okay? The reason why Dallas is getting love and Miami's not getting love is why I said all this Tua stuff, Tua this, Tua that, Tyreek this, Waddle, and you only could get 5. You have to win with 5 field goals. Now, me as a Dolphin fan, I'll take that. But what Tony just said, Tony's right. I mean, if the Dolphins, I keep saying this, if they would have put up 48 on Dallas on Sunday, those field goals were touchdowns, Miami will be the talk of the league right now. But since they had to win on a last second field goal, what you're hearing about today is all about Dallas bitching after the game. You don't hear nothing about Miami, but Jason Sanders made 5 field goals. I mean, Kyle Brandt yesterday on Good Morning Football, what's up, brother? Peter Strager was giving Jason Sanders all the love. Kyle Brandt uh, shot it down. He didn't want to hear about field goal kicker making 5 field goals. And he just dismissed the Dolphin Cowboy game. And a lot of the media, ESPN yesterday morning, and Get Up, instead of them talking about the physical game it was a war on that field on Sunday in Miami. Instead of that, they're talking about all the Cowboy bitching and how the Cowboys can't beat a good team on the road. Exactly. Keynes just said it. It just says what I said. If you have a good defense, you can neutralize Miami. I've been said that. But Miami's a good team, though. The quarterback is good. They got the Miami secondary, and you saw that. I'll say it again. That whole entire game changed when uh, Christian Wilkins chokeslammed Dak Prescott. Because once that happened, Dallas knew that they were in for a war on feet. And I think Dallas was kind of shocked that Miami's defense was that good. And this is why I say about the Dallas Cowboys, what I don't like about Dallas is that they listen to their press clippings too much. And this is a goddamn franchise who hasn't won a damn thing in 28 years. Think about what I just said. Okay? Tony says, how can you defend that? We won like that is my question, because I'm reading some of the people covering the game and they're saying it's okay that we won the game like that. It is okay that you won the game like that, because what you showed was you can get into a street fight and fight back. When Dallas, watch the first quarter of that game, Dallas was trying to bully Miami on Sunday because they looked at Miami as soft. They're punks. But what Dallas found out though, is that Miami have some ballers on the other side. Wilkins, Seiler, Van Ginkel. They were playing their ass off. Ramsey. Now, Xavier Howard, that's a totally different story, man. That motherfucker is washed. Okay? Xavier Howard is washed. Now remember, the Miami media is weak. They're a very weak media. Dolphins are the type of organization, believe it or not, they take away your press passes if you don't kiss their ass. Give me a second. Hold on. Yeah. Yo, Tony, pull up, bro. Here. Pull up, Tony. Let Manzano pull up here. We'll talk about this. Hello? Hello? Yeah. 518-1000. 518. The 2600 one is on your phone. Look at July 8th. That's the number I called the other day to get the guy over here. Yeah, the other day, yeah. Remember I called Saturday and they came over, or Sunday and they came over because when we came from church we were locked in. Yeah, it's on the phone, yeah. I think it's 53620. I think it's 536 2600 or 2300. Something like that. All right, bye. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry about that. So, like I was saying, yeah, that yeah, Miami's that type of organization that they'll take your press privileges away if you don't kiss their ass. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, excuse me again. So, like I was saying, and I apologize for that. Uh, yeah, they're the type of organization that they sugarcoat things, and that's why they're losing, and that's why they're inept. They never hold the team accountable down there, and that's why they're losers. I'm just saying. Let's be honest. While you look at a team like the Ravens, they hold their team, their fan base holds their players accountable. San Francisco, they're ripping them an ass this morning about being humiliated on national TV by the Ravens. By the way, Lamar Jackson, career 20-1 against the NFC. I said that last night. I said that Sunday night. 19-1. He's 20-1 now. He owns the NFC. Does Lamar Jackson? I'm just saying. Back to Lamar. Speaking of Lamar, he is the MVP, folks. It's over. I predicted he would be the MVP back in week 6. Strength of schedule. And as far as Brock Purdy goes, I said it to you earlier in this topic. A lot of 49er players was looking at him sideways, which what I tell you is, and I'll say it again, they won't say it publicly, but if you read the body language last night, they know they're carrying Brock Purdy. Okay. And this is why guys like me don't take Brock Purdy seriously. I keep telling you people this. And let me throw in one more caveat. Look what Jordan Love is doing right now. Okay. Look what he's doing right now. And he has nothing around him. And
Uncle,
he pass behind Brock Purdy for the NFL lead. That's
Uncle,
all you need to know. Yeah, go ahead, Tony.
I had a 49ers fan come to our Christmas party, and he got upset when I compared Brock Purdy to Tua. I'm like, they're the same exact court. They play the same exact style. They have the ability to throw the ball deep, but they would prefer to throw it short and have the receivers make up the yards for them and stuff like that. And he hated that. Like, do you agree with that comparison?
No, I think Tua is better than Purdy.
Brock?
Hell yes.
Yeah, no, and Uncle, I said it in the chat. It's complete bullshit that our own our own
Media.
media down in Miami, they're already writing articles saying that they were okay with how we won this game. I'm like, you're covering this team with rose colored glasses and covering up the
Tony,
fact that we only scored one touchdown. Like,
well, Tony, that's what I've been saying all along about the Dolphins, bro. When they play a good defense, all that 70-point bullshit goes into the garbage. Why do you think Dallas is getting all the love when they lost that game? Why? Because in the national media's minds, all that great offense the Dolphins show, and you only beat Dallas because you had a last second field goal. That's the way they look at it. I look at it as the two teams had a hard fought battle that you can't use turnovers as an excuse. If Miami would have lost, they could have used Dallas's last possession with all these so-called holding penalties. I would have given Miami all the support for that because that was bullshit. That the referees, the Fox broadcast was all into Dallas. It was like uh Dallas is the supreme team, and Dallas is nowhere near the supreme team.
yeah, yeah, no, and you know the hilarious thing? Let's say Dallas won the same way. Do you think the media would be bashing them like this?
No, they'd be celebrating the Cowboys right now.
See, and that's a double standard that I hate with the freaking media. Like, they treat Dallas like gods when they're not really that good.
Exactly. I've been telling you guys that for the last 3 years. They're that way. Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
wait to wait. Did they already? I have a question. Did Dallas already face for the 49ers?
Yeah. Week 5, 49ers beat them 42-10.
Yeah, and you and the hilarious part is like I said, the same 49ers fan that came to my Christmas party on Sunday
Yeah.
said that, he was talking trash to a Dolphins fan that he knows, not me or my brother or any of my family, but he has a friend in the police force that he works at, and he was saying that what it was different. We blew the Cowboys out. You guys only won by a field goal. I'm like, let's be honest. The Cowboys are not as good as people make them out to be. Like, and he's like, don't damn it, don't take down our win because you guys couldn't blow them out.
I think Miami won a great game. I'm not taking. I think
Yeah,
Miami
it
played
was a
healthy.
physical game. Like I'm happy that we won, but I'm still saying this. I'm kind of finding it embarrassing with how elite our offense is supposed to be that we only scored one touchdown.
I said it 2 weeks ago. I said you better put 48 points up against Dallas to get the respect you deserve. And I'm gonna tell you right now, people are gonna jump all over the Ravens on Sunday. The Ravens already opened up as a 3-point favorite. Lamar Jackson now is the runaway MVP in Vegas. And if he beats Miami, it's all locked up. And I said that when they destroyed the Lions back in early October. And Dolphins, again, that matter of fact, let me put it in a better term. You just said it, Tony. Let me put it this way. Now the narrative about the Dolphins is they can put up all their points against the bad teams, but against good teams with good defenses, they had to win by a field goal. And again, I believe that the Dolphins earned that victory. They deserved it, and they nobody should take nothing away from them.
And Uncle, and I think winning a game like that against a good team, honestly, I'd rather
Yeah,
run a slugfest like that. But like I said, I'm fine with winning like that. But it's kind of sad that we only scored one touchdown. And to be honest, that's how the playoffs is going to be. You're not going to be scoring 40 points in the playoffs. You agree?
yeah. Like I said, I ranked the teams this morning. I got Baltimore 1, Cleveland 2. Uh, excuse me. I got Baltimore. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Baltimore 1, Cleveland 2, San Francisco 3, Miami 4, Detroit 5. Uh, who I got 6?
The Chiefs.
No, Chiefs are way down, bro. You kidding me? Uh, who I
You
got
don't
6?
have faith in the Chiefs,
No, no.
even with Patrick.
You're joking, right? You're not with the rest of us in America.
They already had. They already lost faith in Patrick.
It ain't him, bro. His receivers can't catch the damn ball.
Oh my god, I feel so bad for Patrick that it's because like it they're already turning on Patrick. It's not his fault his receivers can catch.
A lot of people don't like Patrick Mahomes, man.
Oh, hey Uncle, I have a question. Hypothetically, let's say a Tyreek finishes with the 2,000 yards people think he's gonna finish with and stuff like that.
Mahomes, bro, this guy got his over, bro.
You don't
On
think Tyreek
the
like
national
that's a special
TV.
season for a receiver? You don't think he has a chance to win the
Hells no. Shit.
how that's a question. How special does a for a non-quarterback to win that award? How special does it have to be, Uncle? 2,000 yards is not. It's super rare. It hasn't even happened in the league, right?
Never happened.
Yeah, e- even with Tyreek, a receiver like Tyreek having 2,000 yards, what else does
Bro,
a non-position player, a non-quarterback have to do to win that award?
here's the problem with Tyreek. How much did Miami beat America's team on Sunday by?
Uh, 3 points.
Who won the game for the Dolphins? Who was the star of the game?
Oh, Justin Sanders.
That's why he's not getting the MVP.
Okay, no, but in general, I'm not using Tyreek as an example, but let's say another receiver. Let's say hypothetically, hmm, let's see, not Tyreek, maybe a Cowboys receiver like a CD Lamb does that same thing. How how
He
hype?
wins the MVP.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and no, but in general, that's a special season for a receiver, a non-quarterback, or let's say a running back runs for. How many yards does a running back would a running back have to run for them to win the MVP? Uncle,
2000.
that's what I'm. And and uh and the and a pass rusher like Micah Parsons would have to break the single season sack
No,
record.
no. All Dallas have to do is be unanimous number one seed, which they're not going to be, and Parsons will get the awards. Dallas get, but they're not going to be that. So,
Yeah,
and Lamar
yeah.
Jackson did something that Philadelphia and Dallas couldn't do. They went to San Francisco and blew out the 49ers in
What was
front
the
of
score
a
of that
national.
game? I never got to finish it.
Which game?
The 49ers game.
33-19, but San Francisco got a garbage touchdown late. Sam Donald for a garbage touchdown pass. If Waddle, I'm gonna read all yours right now, Kane. Yeah, Waddle's out for the regular season, so he won't play against Baltimore and Buffalo. So if Waddle's done for the season, we might be in trouble. You're gonna be in trouble with Cleveland. I can tell you that right now. You beat the AFC South. Dolphin offense is not elite. It's been figured out at times. Facts. Well, our offense has been figured out at times. Yeah, I totally agree. Against the good defenses, you saw what Dallas held them to on Sunday. Let's not sugarcoat it. Yeah, facts. Everything you're saying is true. Manzano, I told Mace yesterday with this current roster, the Dolphins should win at least one Super Bowl. But then I said to myself, slow down. Let's just, to slow down. Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree with
no, and Uncle, me and you have said this. It's not the team that's it's the one position. The issue the I've said this. Quarterbacks like Purdy and Tua can get you to. They're like a Jimmy. I I I can't. I
you.
hated I hated doing this. I said they're a Jimmy Garoppolo. They can get you there, but they're not going to win you the big game. They're not.
I think Tua. I don't know about Purdy, but Tua, you can win with Tua, but you have to have certain things for Tua. Gotta have a power running back. You gotta have a running back. What Jeff Wilson did yesterday. When that game was, I mean, on Sunday, when that game was late, and Miami got the ball last on big third downs, Jeff Wilson, instead of getting you a yard and a half, Jeff Wilson got you 7, 8 yards in big third downs. That's what the Dolphins need. They also need that tight end. I mean, look what Tucker Kraft now is doing for Jordan Love. And Manzano was on Tucker Kraft. Now he's looking like the next Gronkowski now.
No, I wasn't on Tucker Kraft. I was pissed that we never used him.
The Dolphins, I think, and McDaniel should know better coming from George Kittle to Darren Smythe. Go get yourself the best tight end in the draft, though.
They would have to. You don't care how much you would have to give up, but you would trade up to try to get a guy like Brock Bowers.
I don't think the Dolphins have to trade up. Go ahead, talk to Canes. I'll be back in a second.
Uh, hey, Canes, do you have any updates on the whole thing with the quarterback for Miami, the Hurricanes?
Yes, I agree. Jordan Love is doing with less. I totally agree with that.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
good.
No, Uncle. They're saying Brock Bowers is a top 5 pick.
No, no, no. There's some good tight ends in this draft. Number
You,
all these good tight ends from this past draft, they was drafted from the except for Buffalo's guy who's okay. The rest of them are playing very well, and they were all drafted in the second and third round.
no, but the majority of the guys that you're looking at, the majority of the guys you're looking at are mainly receiving tight ends. They're not really blockers. They're like a Gasicki, basically.
Well, they better go scout one from a from a little school. Remember, Mario runs a tight ship. No, he's talking about the Hurricanes. I ain't talking about that.
So
Yes, Jordan Love does do more with less. That is very
yeah,
true.
you know what it is like, Uncle. Let's say hypothetical. I'm using this as an example. Let's say we get to the playoff. Let's say the Dolphins win the rest of their games. Like again, let's say we win
Got two
against the
left. It's Ravens and Bills.
yeah no. Let's say we win against the Ravens the same way we just beat the Cowboys. We won't get the credit, right?
You'll get the credit if you beat the Ravens.
Like how we beat the Cowboys.
You got no credit beating the Cowboys, bro. You got
No,
no
no,
credit for that.
no. That's what I'm saying. Let's say we beat the Ravens the same way we beat the Cowboys by a last second field goal. Do you think and most of our points come off the kicker, not our offense?
You won't get the credit. No.
Even though they're the number one team in the league, which is sickening to me. Like, what this is
Again,
play.
I keep saying this to you, Dolphin guys, bro. The media can't stand you, the fan base. I keep telling you guys that they can't stand you guys, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm like you, Mace. Winning a physical game like this is how you're going to win in the playoffs. That's how this is how the national media doesn't what the national media does not understand. You're not going to be scoring 40 points in the playoffs and stuff like that.
Keynes told you that no one knows who the next quarterback is in Miami with the Hurricanes. But Miami, again, they made an identity for themselves as a finesse team that is exciting. But what everyone's figuring out now is that and I've been saying this, you got good defense. You will neutralize that offense. That's why I said I'll say it again. Miami, you in the 1 seed. Cleveland is waiting for you. You don't want that. I'm telling you. Don't want that, bro.
Uh, hey, Uncle, wait. Uh, so our wild card team is going to be someone from the a AFC North. It's not going to be like the
If
Jaguars or anyone.
Miami wins the 1, you're going to play Cleveland because
If
Cleveland's going to destroy whoever wins the AFC South.
if we get number 2, who would we?
Kansas City no, you'll play the Bills.
Oh God. Oh
You
my
win the
God.
one, Cleveland's gonna be waiting for you.
The AFC South is not a good division, to be
No,
honest.
no, no. Cleveland is gonna be waiting for you if you get the one. Same for the Ravens. If they win the one, Cleveland's gonna be waiting for them. And I wouldn't want to play Cleveland right now, bro.
You don't think the Ravens are physical enough to deal with the physicality of the Browns?
I just feel the Browns is something about them that this could be Jimmy Haslam's year, bro.
Jimmy, Jimmy's Jimmy's finally not
Yeah,
gonna fire coach. Fire. Wait. It
Stefanski's gonna win Coach of the Year, and he'll give uh Jeff Stefanski a raise. He'll get an extension.
Hey, Uncle, are you surprised? As a football fan in general, are you surprised Haslam hasn't fired this guy?
Why should he? He's 11-5, bro.
No, I'm not taking away the record because I can't remember who was the coach before him. He had the same right. He fired him after a year, like that the Browns. I think they made the playoffs that year too, and it was the same record.
No, Stefanski. When the Browns were 11-5 back in 2020, he was the coach. Basically, the NFL wants to see if the Dolphins are for real or fake. Facts. Dallas got more credit for holding Miami to 5 field goals and Miami beating them with a game-winning field goal. And like I said, the Dolphins clearly deserved that win. The Dolphins played hard. They got into a street fight. They fought back. And it's a shame that a delusional fan base like the Dolphin fan base cost them. I mean, again, what Chris Sims did to the guy, God bless his soul, who was torn on, the shit he said about him, bro. I just said, damn, it's just football, bro. It's not life and death. But the Dolphin fans can do it to you. And that's why I'm glad they're not in here. They can do it to you.
Yeah.
They can do it to
Wait.
you.
Oh, wait. I read the guy who, because of that situation, I think the guy, I heard somewhere the guy almost committed suicide.
Who?
The Tuanon guy.
No, he did not, Tony. He died in a motorcycle accident.
Oh no!
The guy
Before.
ran into his motorcycle and he flipped in the air and he died.
Oh no! What I'm saying, I understand he died from a motorcycle accident, but because of that thing, before the motorcycle accident, he was depressed to the point where he almost committed suicide. Is
He
what I'm saying.
wasn't depressed. What are you talking about? The Tornon guy was becoming a star in the N.F.L fandom. Suicide? Bro, Tony, man, I want you know, come on, bro. This man had no problems like that.
Oh no! Because no, he became a superstar off of that Joe Klatt thing or Chris Simpson. I didn't know that.
Tony, Tony, that man had no problems. The man had, I think he had 4 or 5 little children, bro. This guy was fine. He was living for the moment.
Okay, no.
Chris Sims,
I was just wondering because
Chris Sims and like many members couldn't stand Tornon. And when he died, Chris Sims let the world know how he truly felt about Tornon and Dolphin fans.
see, I'm like your fan base up in New York, miss. Like, uh, you guys seen the success, even with Marino, even though he won a champion, didn't win something. You saw playoff success with Dan, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm like you guys. I'm waiting to see. I with this
Tony,
team.
me and I just spoke about you the other night, bro. Go get of until this team shows that they're ready to get it done. You have options, bro.
I'm. You know what
What's
I'm
up,
gonna do?
Pete? You got options.
Yeah, yeah. I still have Herbert, but he's injured. So,
There's always next year, Tony.
oh, hey, Uncle, I have a question. Did you, by chance, did you see that? Did you watch a Sunday night game?
Who was playing Sunday night?
It was a good game, but I can't remember the teams. That's the issue. It was a good
Oh,
game.
the Broncos and the Patriots? No.
Oh,
Wasn't watching that crap.
hey Pete, what's up? Pete's cracking up because I call you Uncle. It's a sign of respect, Pete. Is there any? Is there anything you think the Dolphins can do, Mace? Like, you think they, in order
Everything
for
I
the,
just said. Go get yourself a game-changing tight end. Go get yourself a power back to chew up the clock and chew up yards, and go get you a Zach Thomas, a bigger version of Zach Thomas at middle linebacker. Then you're ready to go.
yeah, I don't. I think our linebacker is not a physical line like our middle
That's the
linebacker.
problem. That's the problem.
Hmm. That's why I kind of wish we were able to get a Bobby Wagner.
Yeah, well, I mean, bro, um, Chris Greer got homework. I don't think they have a number two this year. I think because of the bullshit, they don't got a number two this year.
Oh no, no, they traded their number. I think they traded their number one, number one and number two pick for Chubb. No,
That
their
was
number
last year's
two.
draft. This year they got their number one pick.
Oh no, no, I'm saying I think
Matter of
they
fact, let
gave
me
them
do.
our
Let me
second
check it
round
right
pick this
now.
year.
Yeah, yeah, coming up. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah. Uh,
I
is
mean,
there?
hey, yeah, you should be happy that
It was a slugfest. That's how playoff games are supposed to. Like, you're supposed to win slugfest at the end of the season, going into playoffs. You're not supposed to be blowing out teams. That's what I hate about
I
football
just
fans.
think, bro, until the Dolphins prove that they can win a playoff game and go deep in the playoffs, I just leave that team, where it be. And like I said before, you have options. I just got the Niners. I got Jordan Love. Guys have options, bro. And do they see what we need to see? Oh, god damn, they did. All right, here's the Dolphins next year's draft. I just had it too. Boy, the Dolphins fucked up again as they always do. They have a first, a second, no three, no four. They got five, two sixes, and a seven. They always fuck themselves up like that, bro. Dolphins, can you make a trade? Trade one of these guys and get a three or a four, bro? Get a three. I can live without a fourth rounder, bro. God damn.
Honestly, this is what
Hate when they
I've been
trade
saying,
that.
Uncle. I've said this. Honestly, I'm okay. We Waddle is a type of guy like he's getting overshadowed by Tyreek. He needs to be a number one receiver in another place. Like, we need to trade him to a team who needs a receiver.
Nah, you don't trade Waddle, bro. You leave Waddle right where he is, bro. Waddle's just fine. Dolphins, if I
No,
would trade somebody, if I would do it, I would trade somebody like a Wilkins in a sign and trade, bro. I would do that. I would do. It's going to be a good draft, folks, especially if you want pass rushers, DBs, receivers, and quarterbacks, and offensive line. This is a tremendous draft.
There's good defensive tackles too.
That's why I said defensive lineman. I put tackle in that too.
Yeah.
So,
Would you like to
hey,
get?
you wanna talk?
Would you get the kid from Miami, Lawrence, Leonard Taylor Mace?
If I'm Miami, will I do what?
Would you draft Leonard Taylor, the defensive tackle from Miami, or do you think he's like a Christian Wilkins, like he doesn't offer pass
Wilkins
rush?
is good, bro. He's a good player, but he's not worth $24 million a year. LT from the Canes to the Dolphins, according to the latest mock draft. Is that the guy you talking about,
Yeah,
Mister?
Leonard Taylor, the
Yeah,
defensive tackle.
I can see Greer doing that. I think if the Dolphins don't win a playoff game, expect them to make some moves in March, bro.
Yeah, no, and Uncle, this is why I've been saying. Honestly, I think what happens that I I think his contract finishes up this year. Uh, his extension finishes up this year. What's his
Wilkins is
name?
unrestricted free agent.
No, I'm not talking about Ramsey. The Howard's contract finishes up this offseason, right?
I don't know.
Lamar, honestly, I think Lamar. I I agree with you. I think Lamar had it sewed up earlier than people expected.
Nah, he had to do what he did last night. Now you're gonna hear no more about Christian McCaffrey. You're gonna hear no more about Brock. Matter of fact, what you're gonna start hearing about Brock Purdy is he's a fraud. That's what you're gonna start hearing. And as far as this young man goes, if he beats Miami on Sunday, he already got the MVP. But if he beats Miami, oh my lord, all the brothers are gonna come out of the woodworks. They're gonna come out of the woodworks, and he deserves it. I mean, he does. I mean, Lamar
Uncle, I have a
Jackson.
question. Do you people always say Lamar is a bit like they always compare? Do you agree with the comparison of him to Michael Vick?
Uh, nah, I don't because Vic had a stronger arm. That's why Vic had a
Lamar
much stronger arm.
Lamar Lamar doesn't have that cannon of an arm that Michael had.
Yeah, Lamar is just in a special place, bro. He's just in a special place right now, and he does what he does. And what can you say about Lamar Jackson, folks? What a performance by the Ravens! What a performance by Lamar Jackson, keeping a cool and level head. Just a tremendous job by Lamar Jackson, and the Ravens one win away from home field advantage throughout. In my opinion, them and the Browns are the prohibitive favorites to win the Super Bowl. I'll go any team in the AFC. Browns in no order. Browns, Dolphins, Bills, Ravens. Any of those four will win the Super Bowl. So no more Niner talk. No more uh, bang bang Niner game talk. We're gonna kill the 49ers later tonight, and I'm gonna do that up here along with the aftermath, which is this young man right here. Plus, I'll give other game balls, but the he's gonna be the thumbnail, and I'm gonna give the other game balls out. Mari Cooper, Jason Sanders, to name two, so, and Lamar. That's four. I forgot who I gave number three to. because I wanted to wait to this game last night. So I'll think about the game balls, and I'll give the game balls tonight. And this man right here is the star child for a reason. And well, him and Tua Sunday, that'll be the thumbnail for that game. Him against Tua Tungalova, the rematch, which is going to be called, you see the star child right there? It's going to be called Death Match. In the Crab City, baby. Death Match in the Crab City. Should be a hell of a game on Sunday. I'll have it up here live. Then I'll take a little break. And then I'll be back for the night game. It'll be all about Jordan Love. We'll do that thumbnail too. So just give me one quick second and I'll be right back to wrap it up. I'm going to go to, I guess I started at what, 8:35? And I know I came on time, I believe. So we're going to do this. I'll be back in a second, everybody. Again, as we wrap this up today, what can you say about Lamar's performance last night? It was just off the chain, and it's going to be a great game Sunday. I don't know how it's going to go. Ravens open up as a field goal favorite. I don't know. I think Miami's a lot better than people think they are. And like I said, the reason why they're not getting their love is because maybe of the 5 field goals Jason Sanders won the game with, if 3 of those were 2 touchdown passes, Miami right now would be the Raiders. But because it got into a street fight with the Cowboys and won on a game-winning field goal, I will say one thing. I am surprised that that line opened up that low. I am. So what did that tell you? That the odd makers are giving Miami their due. Why? Because they beat Dallas. See, the odds makers look at it the way I look at it, which is Miami got into a street fight. The media was trying to spin it as the mistakes and all this, and they act like it's only one team playing. And this is why, folks, I do what I do up here because I'm not biased. I don't say crazy things like Manzano just said that the guy from Tuanon tried to do what he tried to do to delete himself. That's a damn lie. He had no problems like that. And this is why, again, people don't take Miami sports fans seriously because they say crazy and stupid things that make them all look bad. And a guy like me kill these guys every time they start talking stupid shit. Okay? All right, we got 5 minutes left, and I'm out of here. I'll be back tonight. So let me give you my rankings right now in the league. I'll tell you, I'm talking about the top 10. All right. And by the way, I love Green Bay this week. I'm going to take Green Bay and the over this week in Minnesota. I am. So let me do my top 10, and then I'm out of here. I'll tell you I have at the top. All right. I got Ravens 1, Browns 2, 49ers 3, I'm going to go Dolphins definitely 4, Detroit 5, Buffalo 6, I'm going to go Kansas City 7, Philadelphia 8, Dallas 9, and let me get a 10th team. Team number 10. I'm going to go Tampa Bay 10 because Tampa's playing well right now. So there goes your top 10. Baltimore, Cleveland, San Francisco, Miami, the Lions, the Bills, who do I have 7? The Chiefs, the Eagles, Cowboys, and Buccaneers. That's my top 10. That's in that order. And if Miami beats Baltimore on Sunday, Miami will go to number 1. And Baltimore will go 2-3 if Miami wins. If Baltimore wins, I got to look at Detroit. If they win in Dallas on Saturday night, I'll put Detroit. If Miami loses over Miami. And then Miami and the Bills will battle out. But if Miami wins, they'll be number 1. So, and they will have won the division with that. And they can just move on, get ready for the playoffs. I want to thank everybody. Pete coming in. Mace, I will hold off on the Dolphins till after they finish the last 2 games. Oh, this is just coming into the week. It's going to change next week. Pete, appreciate you, man, coming in. Pete's on point about Brock Purdy. He is a spot thrower. I'm going to thank Manzano. Norma Cheryl Washington. Thank you for coming in, my love. I guess he's a Ravens fan. I want to thank everybody on Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook for tuning in. The beautiful Linda Anderson. Love you, girl. Thank you. The people in the clouds, I always appreciate your support. And I'll see you tonight. I believe I'm going to be on at 7:30 tonight. So you'll catch me tonight. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate you guys, and enjoy your day. I'm going to go work out and do some things on myself. Self-love, as they call it. And I'll see you guys later tonight. And we'll do this. We'll do Lamar again and the aftermath. And I hope you guys enjoy it. So thank you for being here, everybody. Have a good day. It is done.